All right, guys, Rich here from the RC Network, and this is going to be an unboxing of the very infamous Hot Bodies D413. Now, I personally have been waiting for this four-wheel drive 1/10 scale buggy to come out for quite some time. I remember watching a short little video done back in 2013 in September, almost 1 year from the date of this video, kind of showcasing, in a back alleyway of a hotel between Air Age Media and also Torrance DeGuzman, who's actually the designer of this buggy for Hot Bodies. They were kind of showing off, all the cool features of this. And ever since that day, I've been saying, I want one. So finally, I have this thing here at the RC Network, and I can't wait to get this thing up and going. So you may say, who's Hot Bodies? They are part of HPI Racing. So pretty much if you're in the hobby industry, you've definitely heard of HPI. Hot Bodies is kind of their race division of things. And of course, at the helm of their race division, Ty Tessman. So you cannot say RC race these days without saying that young man's name. He's been definitely tearing it up with any vehicle he can get a hold of, including the D413 now. So I've been pretty much in anticipation of this thing for quite some time, only because they've basically taken an 8-scale buggy and kind of shrunk it down to a 1/10 scale with all the same characteristics and features of that big 8-scale buggy. And that's what's kind of plagued a lot of the 1/10 scales out there, is they're a little bit too frail. So Torrance DeGuzman and the crew there, they definitely made a good vehicle here with some of the features of this buggy. So really quick, if I didn't mention in the beginning, 1/10 scale, four-wheel drive buggy. This is definitely a race vehicle. You don't want to take this thing pretty much on a dirt track or anything that's going to be outdoors. It is a full carbon chassis, and it can probably handle anything you throw at it. But indoors on a clay track is definitely where it's going to really show how versatile this thing is. So that's what I plan to do with it. Not to say you can't run it outdoors, but being that it is a carbon chassis vehicle, you got to be careful. So really quick, we're going to unbox this thing, but I want to show kind of why I chose this thing and what made me really kind of look towards this thing to get into the four-wheel drive 1/10 scale buggy. Now, of course, you think 8-scale buggy, you think 3 fluid-filled geared differentials, and that's exactly what the D413 has, and that's what makes it so famous. They actually took all 3 differentials, made them fluid-filled, and they're geared. So no more ball diffs, no more things to wear out. It's really going to drive like an 8-scale buggy, and you're going to be able to really send this thing into the jumps and not worry about everything. So another thing they did was they really beefed up things. They triangulated all of the points here. So the front shock tower, which definitely breaks in a lot of 10-scale buggies, they've triangulated it. So no more, shock tower sitting way up there and you hit something, or you flip over, you break shock towers. No more of that. So another thing they're doing is these kind of monocoque suspension arms. So not only are they pretty solid, but they have a flat design that goes on the bottom, bolts in from the underside, and just stiffens everything up. There is a carbon fiber version of that as well available. So quick little picture of here. It's kind of dark in the foreground here, but you definitely see the 3 fluid-filled diffs, 12mm big bore shocks, triangulated shock towers like we talked about, highly adjustable geometry. I mean, this thing is super adjustable from what I've already read. Now, another cool thing that, of course, they kind of came out with first is it's adjustable between saddle packs or a shorty pack. So pretty cool that you can just basically flip over, I believe, the motor, and you're able to run whichever battery design that you may have stocked up at your shop. So, well, pretty cool. Let's get this thing unboxed. I can't wait. I've been waiting for this for a while. Got the official Hot Body seal right here, and I got my trusty knife to cut this thing open. So, there we go. we are officially in Hot Bodies land. So inside here, plain cardboard box, and I want to kind of take some of the parts out and kind of show you guys as we go through this. Of course, unboxing a kit is definitely not very sexy, but in the end, I think this car is definitely going to be worth it to not only build it, but to show you guys kind of what comes in the package, because I've had questions from day one. So immediately you're seeing the owner's manual, some other important probably warranty information and whatnot. So pretty cool there. Hopefully that manual is going to be great. I've heard good things about it. Right here you're seeing some decals, some body pins and whatnot, and some little tiny screws. And here's the body. So I've heard that this body comes in several different pieces, and you have to kind of make it somewhat Formula One style. So I know that Torrance DeGuzman is a Formula One fan, so you can kind of see the top piece right here. You see the two bottom side skirts, and then of course the wing in the back. So should be pretty cool. Can't wait to kind of build this thing. I've heard that it can be a little bit tricky, so we'll kind of go from there. You do get a full set of wheels and wheels here. They appear to be 12mm hexes, front and rear, and of course different widths because it is a 1/10 scale buggy. So it should be pretty easy to mismatch other wheels and tires that I have here at the RC Network. On into some of the bags. Looks like you have, those are those cool arms that we were talking about, that kind of monocoque design with the plate at the bottom. So really nice. I mean, these things should be super beefy. No more B44.2 incidents. So looks like you have all the hinge pins there. All the orange anodized, that's kind of Hot Bodies and HPI's trademark is the orange. On into here, we have those triangulated pieces here. Now, it does have a carbon shock tower, but then the triangulated piece is plastic. So I can't wait to kind of see how that's going to work out. I mean, it just appears to be really nice, though. On into here, it looks like we have some center drive shafts there. We have a bunch of bearings and whatnot, some skid plates, front bumper. So lots of pieces in there. More orange anodized items in there I can kind of see through the plastic. And we have a bunch of parts bags kind of fanned out in here. One thing that I've heard about Hot Bodies is they definitely label their bags great. We have bag B here, which is going to be all the diffs. You can see all the pieces in there, all of the spider gears, and I mean, just great. All the seals, all the little shims and whatnot. So should be really nice. Here is the shocks, it looks like. And it looks like aluminum shocks. Hopefully, I can hopefully see that in there. Looks like we have some spring rates in there, some of the adjustable collars. They're threaded bodied, so that's pretty nice. On into the, looks like these are the CVDs for both, maybe front and rear, maybe just the fronts. Looks like we have some aluminum hexes right there, the 12mm hexes. Orange anodized once again. Sorry about the plastic here, it kind of glares off the camera. Another package of CVDs, probably for the rears on this side. More bearings. We have a full sway bar kit here with multiple different sizes for each front and rear. Looks like you have 3 for the front, 3 for the rear, all the bits and pieces. And lots of bags in here. It's just oodled with bags. Just going to kind of go through all these. Looks like just bits and pieces and rod ends and ball ends and whatnot. Looks like we have the motor mount right there and the center diff upright. Some tools that actually comes with it, so that's pretty cool. Looks like there's also some 10mm hexes, probably for the front in case you happen to run 10mm hexes for some of your vehicles. So you have some interchangeability with your wheels. That's nice. There's all of the rod ends right there and some of the turnbuckles. Those look to be pretty nice quality. And then on into the servo savers, whatnot. And all right, here's some carbon. This is the center top plate right there. Also the plate that goes over the center diff. Hopefully you guys can see all that. All two-piece design. Pretty nice. So lots of carbon there. Gotta love carbon. Looks like it gives you an antenna, some other essential pieces right there, maybe a radio cover, not sure exactly what that is, but there we go. And last but not least in this box, two more things. So it looks like we have the carbon chassis right there, so looks to have a little cutout right there for the center diff, very 8-scale buggy style. And then little bits and pieces here, whatnot, and more orange anodized goodies, some more carbon, it looks like as well. Looks like the battery straps and the battery holders are all carbon, so very nice. And then last but not least, the fluids. So looks like you're getting some diff fluids in there, 100,000, some 10,000, and some 500. So pretty cool. Well, guys, that is the D413. I have lots of work ahead of me here. I cannot wait to get this thing going, get this thing on the track, and just show you guys what this thing looks like in the end. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little unboxing of the Hot Bodies D413. I know I enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys did too. Any questions, comments, please feel free to post them on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.